Yo, what's good everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we are back on Factory Simulator because yesterday I went ahead and showed you guys my compact tier 4 obsidian charm farm, and so many of you in those comments as well as over on my DMs were letting me know that I should make a video pretty much breaking everything down and rebuilding it so that way you guys can go ahead and follow along with me, which is exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. On top of that, I will also be showing you guys the second floor because yes, it is finally completely built except for the other side because we're going to be doing that in this video. Now, before we go ahead and get into that, there is a couple of things that I want to cover about the first floor that I wasn't aware of yesterday. So apparently in public servers, because there's so many farms running at the same exact time, it seems like a little bit of lag starts to happen, and unfortunately build up begins to come into the picture in the very back of all of your ores. So to fix this issue, this is basically what I'm working with right now. It's very similar to that little container to shoot trick that I was showing you guys in yesterday's video. So it's extremely simple. Nothing has changed except for the fact that I removed the conveyors, added one singular short conveyor to the very end, and then a splitter container that is grabbing it from there, dropping it into the chute and down to the middle. So again, if you were playing in a public server, which I'm not entirely sure why any of you would be, considering VIP servers are free right now, but again, if the clogging issue was a thing for you, just go ahead and copy this right here and you will no longer have that issue. Another thing that a lot of you were telling me is how exactly I got my ores to be on top of the furnace and on top of the cutter. Well, I will be showing you exactly how to do that in today's video. It's actually a lot easier than you guys think, but that's pretty much it for the first floor. Everything is more or less the exact same. The only difference now is that there is no longer a chute that comes from the very top here, and that's because things are just a little tiny bit different on the second floor. So let's go ahead and head on up here and I can show you guys how this is working. So originally when I built this, there still was the conveyor here in the middle, so technically I didn't have that extra space that I had in the bottom, so I had to resort to using a different system to be able to get the ice and lava ores in the middle without creating clog like how you guys were telling me was happening on the first floor. So one of my subscribers went ahead and reached out to me and showed me this really cool little trick, which is basically just putting a singular short conveyor on top of your filtered container, and then I kind of went ahead and did this on my own, which is including these little ramps on the edge so that way everything falls into the actual container a lot quicker. So again, for the most part, everything on this side is perfectly fine, just the exact same as how it is on the first floor. Now when we look over, you can see that there is something a little bit different, and that's this entire system that's going on up here. As I mentioned in my video yesterday, there's a really cool trick that was shared over on the Discord for this game, where if you connect containers as well as chutes, items can pretty much travel at extremely fast speeds. And yeah, maybe it's just best I just show you guys instead of telling you, because it's pretty crazy. But again, this section right here is the exact same how it is in the first floor. The only thing that's different now is this little section that is right here, which if you notice, the obsidian gem is being dropped right there, then picked up by this container, which then is sent to this chute, picked up by this container, sent to this chute, and so forth, and it continues all the way around until it eventually gets put into this dropper, so that way it can be put inside of this, which goes ahead and creates the obsidian charm. Pretty cool. Honestly, I was extremely proud of this. There was a lot of things that I had to kind of like move around, but I definitely want to give credit where credit is due. And like I mentioned in my video yesterday, this was something that I had seen posted on the Discord for the game by a user named, I believe it's Imagine Pochi. If for some reason you're watching this video, man, I'm so sorry if I'm completely messing up your name. Just if you want, DM me over on the Discord. I have my DMs open and I will gladly correct your name. But yeah, man, this pretty much continues the entire way to the other side. The only thing that's different, aside from obviously this elevator system that's going on here, is the fact that there is no conveyor up here. Instead, there is individual cell areas for each one of them. And if I kind of zoom my camera out a little bit, you'll see what exactly I had to do in order to be able to get this to fit on the second floor. So many of you were commenting on my video letting me know, dude, there's no way that you can stack up these ores on top of this side because you're going to exceed the height limit. And that was honestly never my intention. My intention was to make a mirror image of it so that way it was able to fit. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing on the other side. As you can see over here, I kind of cleared everything out, and I also have the platforms set up already to be able to put down our ores. So let's go ahead and get started on this, man. Now, to start things off, you guys want to make sure that from whatever platform it is that you're starting from, make sure to increase the height by 2. So if you notice right here, I went ahead and kind of made like an L here, so I was able to put the platform on top, and that gave me the 2-block height. As you can see right here, 1 and 2 blocks of height. Now, in order for this to work correctly, we need to basically mirror what is going on the first floor. So if you notice right here, on this side over here, it starts with tungsten on the left-hand side, and then it works its way all the way to the very end where it is a lava ore. So how I made the second floor was I basically grabbed this side and put it on this side. So if you notice, tungsten starts over here first, and now now for this side, what we're going to do is grab the lava ore, and we're going to start that right here. So again, extremely simple. Go ahead, grab your lava crystals, turn this around, and make sure that it is facing the middle. I just got myself stuck in here. Great job, Carbon. But now we're going to go ahead and continue this. So obviously over here will be ice, then next to that will be tungsten, and here we have ourselves another lava. So go ahead, keep repeating this until you have a total of 4 of them set up here, just like how I have right here. And then we're going to go ahead and pull out our ice crystal mines. Again, place that right next to your lava and do the same exact thing for all of the other ones, which at the very end will leave you with space for 1 more ore, which will obviously be your tungsten. So there we go. 3 of them are down right now. We're going to place our very last one, and this is basically what the middle should be looking like. A little bit cluttered right now because obviously things are being produced and I don't have actually everything set up right now. So the next step after this is going to be to go ahead and delete the platforms that are underneath. We've deleted that one. Let's get rid of all these singular ones because we don't really need them right now. And now we'll focus on taking care of every single one of the platforms that are under. All right, last platform right here. And then we have these individual little blocks that I had to put up in order to fill in the blanks, because yes, unfortunately, because of the splits on the plot, you will need to use some of these smaller blocks in order to fill that in, because you won't be able to fit a giant platform into there. But anyways, this should be your finished product. You should have a whole lineup of floating ores, and that is perfectly fine because now you are going to take care of implementing all of your cutters as well as your furnaces. Again, like I mentioned before, we are mirroring this section down here. So if we look right down here, we can see that over here, our cutter starts exactly 2 block distance away from the very edge. So that's exactly what we're going to do right here. And to be completely honest, you don't even have to use that as a reference. Just always know that your cutter is going to go right in the center line in between both the ice and the lava ore. So in my case, it is going to go right there. Just go around, make sure that it is kind of like flush with the ore that is on top, and perfectly, it is right there flushed. And then right next to that, for the furnace, you're going to want to put it exactly 2 distance. So if you look kind of like right here where my mouse is kind of circling, here we have a 1 block gap and then a 2 block gap from the cutter. The reason for this is because, again, the furnace has to reach all the way to the very edge of your ore. Once you've gone ahead and got that gap, you're going to want to do a 3 gap distance to the left hand side. Just to kind of show you how that looks, there is 1, there's 2, and there's 3. We're going to place it right here, and that's pretty much it. You're good. From this point onwards, it is going to be extremely simple for you to go ahead and set everything up to the very end, because all you have to do is just copy the ones that are right next to it. So again, we can look across. We see that we have a good backwards distance of the ore. Now we just need to get to the center of the ice and lava, and right there is perfect. So we're going to place it there. And again, you just rinse and repeat. Let me grab some more furnaces here because I don't even have enough. So now let me go ahead and finish this off so we can move on to the next step. All right, so there we go. This is now the finished product. Once you've gone ahead and placed down all of your furnaces as well as all of your cutters, now we go ahead and move on to the next step, which personally I like to work on this side first and then leave this section for the end. The reason for this is because I don't want to have to deal with a bunch of buildup on this side. I'd rather the buildup happen over here, and then I'll just clean that up afterwards. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and build every single one of them. We're going to get through the first one, and all you have to do is just rinse and repeat for every single one of the other ones. So go ahead and grab your short conveyors, place one right here in this direction and another one over here in the same exact direction. Grab some filter containers, place one right here with the blue end on this side and another one right next to it, just like that. Rotate this one, move it up as close as you can to the cutter with the blue side facing to the right, and there you go. You have yourself a perfect system that is going to be able to travel all the way to the left hand side, where you will then need to go ahead and grab your tier 4 dual assembler, place that right in this location that I have put right there, and you are basically good to go on this side. Let's go ahead now and grab my press, place this right in front of your furnace. Go ahead and grab that filtered container again, place it on the end with the blue tip facing towards the press. Then you're going to want 1 straight conveyor and 2 short conveyors, just like how I did right there. All right, now we're going to go ahead and grab a basic container, place this right here, again, blue tip facing towards the orange tip on the filtered container, and then grab ourselves a small chute. Where are my small chutes? There they are. That's going to go kind of hanging right off of the edge, except not in the center, just a little bit off to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and pull out filtered containers, place the blue end right on the very edge, kind of like how I did right there. Leave a 2 space gap in the middle and place down another filtered container. Over here on this side is where you will be placing your second. Okay, wait, pause. Let's reverse that for 1 second, because if you notice, there's only 2 spaces here on the left hand side. I actually need there to be 3 in order for me to put the cell section. So the solution to this is going to be to grab this and just scoot it down one. Instead of having it off to the side, we're going to have it directly in front of that box. So again, just go ahead, grab these items, move them down one, just like that. And now we can go ahead and continue because I needed to be able to fit a cell section right there. So yes, this is exactly how it is going to look. And now let's go ahead and set up the elevator system. So again, for this, it is extremely simple. Just go ahead and place a regular container right here, turn it around, place another one right on top of that, then go ahead and swap over to a splitter container where you will then face the blue section of the container facing the same exact way as the very first container that you placed. After you've done that, go ahead and grab your glass chutes, place the first one right here, kind of in the center of the blue one and the orange one. So that way they're basically half and half, and then come over to this side and do the same exact thing, except this time you want to do it with the top and the middle one, just like how I did right here. So this is basically what you should be working with right now. After that point, just go ahead, grab your glass chute again, place it right up here, grab ourselves a basic container, place the blue end towards that chute, just like how I did right here, grab another glass chute, place that right here again. So again, go ahead and place another basic container. Basically, your goal right now is to be able to make this line up with right here. Pretty sure you guys understand it at this point. It's kind of self-explanatory. Put another one of those there, then grab yourself another basic container, place that right on the edge here. Then we're going to do that one last time before we go ahead and implement our dropper container, which is going to go a little bit higher than all of the other containers that you've placed, just exactly how I have it right here. After that, grab yourself a glass chute, place it on the bottom so that way it can land on the conveyor, and then go ahead and place the conveyor at the bottom however it is that you would like to do it. And there you go. This is the finished product. I'm going to go ahead and kind of set up all of these containers here so that way we don't have all of this buildup going on, because I just realized this is making me lag a lot having all of these here. So I'll be right back in 2 seconds. All right, so I'm back now and everything is now sort of running in motion. Things are still a little bit laggy for me because of all the buildup that I had in the middle, but it's little by little starting to go away because I think things are despawning. I might have to pick up some of the stuff that I left laying around, but regardless, everything is running perfectly fine. This is producing, and if we actually come around over here, you'll notice that I've already gone ahead and completed pretty much the vast majority of these, but I did leave the very last one incomplete so that way I can show you guys how to do this middle section. So again, this is extremely simple to do, nothing complicated. All you want to do is just basically go ahead in front of your ice as well as the lava ore, place 4 blocks just like how I have them right there. So basically 2 in the bottom, 2 above that, so that it is perfectly lined up with the hole that is going to be spitting out the ore. Go ahead and grab your short conveyors, place them in front of the cutter, just like how I did right there. And then we're going to grab some of the brand new little ramps that they added in. Place these exactly 1 block away like how I did right here from the giant stack that you made in front of the hole. Now, at this point, it's literally as simple as grabbing a short conveyor, placing it towards the slopes, then go ahead and delete the 4 blocks that are under that conveyor. After that, grab yourself your filtered containers, turn your camera this way, flip the container around so the orange side is facing towards the cutter, and there you go. Now it is going to be spitting all of my lava ore inside of the cutter. It's a little uncomfortable for me to show you guys because of how kind of like everything is placed here, but I'm sure you guys understand the idea. So again, on the other side, we're going to grab our slopes, place them right next to it, grab our short conveyor, face it towards the slopes, then go ahead and delete the 4 blocks that are under another filtered container, turn our camera the other way, spin this around and place it right there. And now we have both the lava and the ice going into the cutter, which is then going to be going into these filtered containers, which you need to also make sure on this side that lava is going to the left hand side and ice is on the right. If you notice here, I have a buildup going on because of the fact that my lavas ended up going in on this side over here, but that's an easy solution. Just go ahead and grab them from inside of here, move them over to the left box, and then all of the ice will start going in and you're good to go. The clog will 100% stop. And that's pretty much it, guys. This is how you will be building the second floor. Like I mentioned before, there is absolutely nothing different aside from the elevator system on the second floor that you have to do on the first. If we go ahead and jump down here, you'll notice that it's the exact same build. The only difference is that there is not a elevator system. Instead, both of the assemblers are connected to each other. Yeah, guys, this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video than my normal uploads are, but so many of you were asking for this, so I figured I would go ahead and make this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and it does help you out. If you have absolutely any questions, I have a link to my Discord in the description. Go ahead and join my Discord. Let let me know in the chat. We have a general section where I'll be taking a look at for the next couple of hours in case any of you do decide to join and ask me any questions. And I will gladly either allow you guys into my VIP server, or I'll go ahead and even join your server to help you out. That's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for this one. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.